Hey, Shayna here from DIY Web Studio, and today I'm going to show you how to customize your very own Soluna template. This is available on my template shop. If you want to go ahead and check that out, I put a link in the description. If you already bought this template, congratulations. I'm so glad that you're here, and I can't wait to see what your site is going to look like after you launch it with this template. So to begin, I'm going to go ahead and hopefully you already watched my intro to Showit video where I kind of explain where everything is. In this one, I'm going to show you specifics to this template. And so if we come over here to the left-hand side of Showit underneath the Site tab, you're going to see everything outlined as I showed you in the intro to Showit video. And this one's kind of fun. And the very first thing that I want you to do is go to design settings, and I want you to go ahead and insert your branding. So that includes all the coloring from darkest to lightest colors, or in this case, I actually paired color pairings together that had similar hues. And then I want you to also add in your fonts. All the fonts that are in this design are free, so you are allowed to use them if you would like. However, if you have your own branding, which I definitely hope you do, use that instead. However, these are all the fonts that are activated right now. To activate your own fonts, you just want to search them in here. Not really sure why they're not showing up, but anyway, and then if you have a license to a custom font, you can go ahead and upload that font file here and use that. Just make sure that you do have a license and that you click this box if so. And then you're going to come over here to type styles and insert the kind of style that you want. So for the titles, which as you can see are these big red letters here, you can decide what color you want it to be, what font, the size, what it looks like on mobile, what it looks like on the desktop, what you want the line height to be, etc., and even the text alignment. Then you can do the same thing with the heading, the subheading, and the paragraph. Global styles, this is just going to be your background color, which if you bought a template from me, is probably a lighter color and either number 7 or 8. And that will be the background of your entire site. Right, so after you get all that done, you're going to want to come over here and hit save, and then you'll see your own site style start to implement itself on the template here, and you'll maybe start to see that the text boxes might start to overlap, maybe look a little wonky, and that's where you come in. That's where you start DIYing and kind of customizing it to your liking. So with this particular template, you're definitely going to want to start here. If you come down to these site canvases, you can see like there's the header. You're going to want to replace your logo here. There's also the navigation, and you're going to want to make sure all these links go to the specific pages already. The reflections is your blog. If you don't want a blog, then you're going to want to remove that. And then this free console actually doesn't have a link. If you have a direct URL to your calendar page or whatever program that you use to schedule, that is where you would put this URL. So you can come to click actions, link, and then type. You can go ahead and insert your URL, or even if you're actually using like a button through what is it called? Simple Practice, then you can also put that here. That will just pull up an automatic calendar so people can schedule a free consult or book with you right then and there. And then the other thing that is a little bit different about this one is that this is a scrolling social CTA. So you're going to want to make sure the Facebook, TikTok, Instagram links should already be linked to your socials. If you put them in your account page, on your Showit account page, they should just automatically link there. However, this schedule a session button or word here, you're going to want to highlight that and make sure that your click actions go to a URL to your scheduling page and on every single one of them. So it might be a little bit of pain, but I promise it looks so good. So you're going to want to make sure to go to every single one of those and put your link in so that people can click on those. And it will update automatically over here on the mobile view as well. Yes, so that brings me to my next point. Every time you make a change over here on your desktop view on this right side, you want to make sure that same change is happening in the way you want it to look on the mobile view right here. And just keep that in mind throughout the whole design process. Right, so moving on, let's go back to our site tab here, and we're going to open Media Library, and you're going to want to add a new folder and name this folder your practice or something that will help you remember that this is where your images are going to be. Your images, your videos, any graphics that you might have. So you want to create a folder name and then start adding all of your images, videos, etc. there. So for example, for this template, these are stock images that I got from Pexels and some other places. And then these are the graphics that I designed for it. Here's some more graphics from like the Noun Project and different things like that. So you can go ahead and upload any materials that you have into this folder. So it's easy to drag and drop from. You do have access to the photos that I already put in here as well. They're commercial use photos, so I guess you can use them. However, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you just use your own brand photos. So moving on here, as you go about doing this, you're going to want to make sure to replace the text with your own. Here is going to be your H1 tag. On, I think most of the pages I have it set up that way, and you only want one H1 tag per page. This is what Google reads to help understand what that page is about and point potential visitors in the right direction if they're looking for therapy for women, or whatever it is that you specify in. Right, so you're just going to want to make sure that you come and change all of these, make sure that the links go where you want them to, and to see that you want to click on any CTAs, go over to click actions. So if people click on this text box, it's going to take them to the about page, which is exactly where I want them to go. Introduce yourself here. These right here will take them to your services. So right now I just have this linked directly to the services page. If you wanted to have it go to exactly like individual therapy, group therapy, self-care workshops, or whatever your service might be, you would come over here and then click on the page button, and let's see. So those services are here in the canvas that is labeled therapy services. So what I would do if I were you is I would come back to this home page and click on each text box, and in this canvas slug, I'm going to write therapy services. Right, just like that. So then when I preview this, it will show, so if I come here and if I click on group therapy, you can see that it just takes me to the therapy page. However, if I come back to individual therapy, it takes me directly to therapy services, where I can then click on individual therapy here and it will bring it up. So that's just a little tidbit for you. I will go ahead and leave this one here for you in the shared file so that you can kind of remember that if you want to do that with these too. Right, so upcoming, and you can change this text however you want as well. This is a sliding text, and then if you have any online workshops, you want to go ahead and include the URL to register for that workshop here, or whatever program or site you use for people to sign up for those kind of things. You can just highlight this and then come over here and click this link button, and then you want to click URL. I'll leave this one here just so that you can see it as that way. Actually, I'll do this one too. Link, and you want to make it a URL and then paste the URL. And I always hit open new window just so people can come back to your website if they need to as well and look around again. So yeah, moving on. If you were recently featured in any type of articles on a TV show, news network, whatever, You can go ahead and insert any logos from those publications or media outlets here. This is just known as social proof, and it gives validity to you and your practice. Any testimonials here, and about this right here, if you want to see every single element in a canvas, you're going to come up here over to the page tab. And here at testimonials, you can see that there's different canvas views. So these will file through. So view 1, this is the first testimonial. View 2, this is the second testimonial. So you want to make sure that you change each of these and it doesn't just leave whatever I put here. And there's various canvases that have canvas views, and I will continue to show them to you as we go through this. Okay, this is a free resources canvas. And again, these are just meant to link to a URL, or if you have something like a stand store with your PDFs, or if you just want them to download, like without having them go to your email list or whatever, and you just want them to directly download this, you're going to go ahead and include like a Google Drive share link or something like that for each one of these free resources. If you don't have a free resource to share or anything like that, or you don't like any of these canvases, you can hide them. All you have to do is click these 3 buttons here, and then you toggle these 2 off, and see it disappears just like that. So you don't have to worry about it. I will leave them on though, because I think they're a good resource. Right, so then reflections on the blog. If you want to blog, which I highly recommend you do for SEO purposes, then here is where you can put direct URL links to that blog. So you're going to that blog post that you want to share. So you'll manually enter the title of that blog post and the category that it might be labeled under. So you can manually enter the URL for the category, mental health and wellness. If you want this to be a link leading to that category, then you'll manually enter the title of the blog post as well as a URL to go to that blog post. And I will change all of these here for that. Perfect. Okay, and then this spot, you may have seen in the demo that this was like filled out with like your name, your email, and then sign me up. So that was just for a demo view. If you actually want that to happen, you need to have a third-party integration. Flowdesk is my favorite. I know some people have like MailChimp or something like that. So if you do have an email list that you want people to apply to on your website, then you're going to need to use a third-party integration here through coding and whatnot. And I'll have tutorials up on my YouTube page to show you how to do that. But Showit also has amazing support. If you need help setting that up, then just come over here to the Ask a Question button in the bottom right-hand side, click it, and then you can click on Ask a Question here, and then type in your question. I have help. I need help with the site builder, and ask them how to help you. But yes, I will have a tutorial up on my YouTube channel, sorry. Okay, right. So the other thing you need to know about this email list is that's something called a site canvas. So when you change it here, it will change across every single page that it's on, which I think it's on this page. I think it's on the contact page as well as like the 404 pages, maybe another one too. All right, and then this is your footer here. And so your footer, you're going to want to make sure that you have your copyright. So copyright, your private practice, and whatever years this website has been active. So 2025 through 2026 or whatever, whenever you purchase this. This links to your privacy policy, which I have a page for over here. I highly suggest that you work with a lawyer for that because people need to know like especially if you're doing any Google Analytics or anything, which I also highly recommend you do to better improve your SEO and know what people are doing on your website. Yes, work with a lawyer to come up with a privacy policy. There's also some like online ones, just make sure that they're legit, as well as the terms and conditions page. And there at the bottom of your footer is this all links to it here, and your location, your contact. This will link to your social media and actually show your social media posts here. little social icons, and then a menu here. So change what you need to here and change any menu options that you need to. If you don't have a blog, go ahead and get rid of that and you can space these. Again, this is Showit. I love Showit because everything's just drag and drop. So anywhere you want this to go, you can literally put it anywhere. Right. Okay, moving on to the About page. So on this one, you're going to want to replace each one of these text boxes, introducing you. And let me make sure that I have an H1 tag on here. I don't. Okay, I'm going to add an H1 tag on here. But so for this one, you're going to want to include any information about you, talk about your journey a little bit, include some pictures of yourself. Right here, you should know that this is a gallery image, and you're going to want to make sure every time that you switch out images that if it is a gallery image, there's probably multiple images there. So for example, once you click on this and you click on gallery images, you can come in and by double clicking these, you can switch out the photos as you see fit, to images of you, images of your practice, your team, whatever it may be. And okay, this is a video spacer. This is going to be your mission, so you can fill it out. If you don't want this graphic behind there, you can just delete it, add your own graphic. Book a free consultation will take them to your contact page. If you want to, like I said, you can embed a button from like Simple Practice, I know does it. And this will, when they click on that button that you created, it will automatically pop up with a calendar that they can book with you or do a free consultation, which I think is pretty awesome and will probably definitely help you get more conversions. So yeah, just make sure to change your images. Right here are things that you can add, like your credentials, your specialties, what you do outside the office, include some photos, images, some fun little text, just to add some variety. Again, make sure that you're changing over here on the mobile view as well. And then for your approach here, you're going to want to, so I have this hidden where when people hover over them, they can see what your approaches are, which I think is kind of like a little fun element to add. So in order to change this, you're just going to want to find the image and then put it below the approach and the arch here. So then you can adjust what you need to. And when you're done adjusting the text, just come back and put the image right above the arch and approach. And do that for each one. So the second one, image 2, right underneath approach, arch, change what you need to, and then put it back. Whoops, I did that wrong. Right. I grabbed the wrong one. Right here. There we go. Okay, and approach up. Right, was that right? Yes. Okay, there we go. Now we're all set. Awesome. So do that for each one. Any recent publications that you were in is the next section here. So title of your publication, what it was featured on, description of it, and then you can have a URL right here by just clicking this link button to take them to the article that you want. I'm going to put URL. Right, and then an important one about this one is I'm sure that if you have more recent or more publications that you'd like to feature on here, they can click this button here, view more articles, and it will take them to the next canvas view, which if you want to change, come over here on the left side again, and you're going to click view 2. And then just go ahead and insert all the titles that you want along with the URL for the article. Primary link set and click actions, embedded links will not work. Interesting. Not sure what that has to do with anything, but oh, I see. Okay, so you just need to come over here and change it, I guess. So we're going to make it URL. Gotcha. Okay, so actually you're going to, since this is its own text box, you're going to come over here to click actions. And change the link to a URL. Okay, that makes sense. Actually, you know what? I'll just do it all right here for you so that you don't have to worry about that. But you do want to make sure that you come and paste the URL in here. And I, again, suggest that you open it in a new window. Okay, moving onward, again, free resources, reflections on the blog, kind of same idea. Remember, you have to include your own URL. All right, and then this is just a book now button. That will go to the contact page, and let's move on to the services page here. All right, so here on the services page, again, just start filling out what you need to change here, whatever you want to show on this website, and make sure that you update it on your mobile side as well. The main thing that I want to show on this page is this therapy services canvas, which has various canvas views. So when your visitor clicks on individual therapy or on the image, it will take them to this view, which is view 2, and they're all labeled, and you can rename these as you see fit just by hitting these 3 buttons and click rename. So if you have different services than what I already listed here, that's fine. So this is main services view, which is what they see upon scrolling here, and then this is the individual therapy tab, and then there's the group therapy tab, and then there's any workshops. So you just want to make sure that you update the information in every single one of those canvas views. If you need more than what's already here, you can always duplicate them and then redo them how you want, and on the main services view add more arches or text here, however you need it. Again, that's what templates are for. They're to be like the basic outline is there. You just need to customize it. Right, and then there's more testimonials. This also has canvas views, so make sure that you change each of these. Right, so then this is kind of fun because this image will stick behind as these scroll up, which you probably saw in the demo. So you just want to make sure to change every single one of these. And the last thing I wanted to go over was this frequently asked questions. It looks kind of weird on the back end side because they needed to overlap in order for it to look okay on the actual site. So what you're going to want to do if you want to change the question, you just want to click on the text box and change your question. And then you're going to come down to question 1 open, and then click on the text box and fill in your answer. And you want to do that for every single one. So this is a closed question and you type it in, and then this is the open answer. You type it in. So question 3 closed, type in your question 3 open, type in your answer. And you do that throughout the whole thing. And if you have more, I know that I also included this on the contact page because that's another place that people typically go to look for answers. So this is also on the contact page. And if you have different frequently asked questions, you can fill them in there, same idea, or you can just copy and paste it over. So speaking of the contact page, let's go there. This is what the contact page looks like. Everything is set up here for this contact form. If somebody were to fill it out, will be sent to whatever email you signed up with Showit with. And so you want to make sure that all this is fillable, which it is. So this is where their name would go, the email, subject, their service requested, and then they can hit submit contact form. The important thing about this is once they submit it, it will go to a thank you page. And right now, this is what the thank you page looks like. If you don't want it to look like this, you have to make sure to change it upon purchase. And there's that frequently asked questions thing I was talking about. And again, with the email list, this will update it. Once you change it once, it will update all across the board. Okay, and with this, you also have a blog here, and the blog is set up to work, and it integrates with WordPress. If you don't want the blog, then you're just, it won't publish anyway if that's the subscription you got from Showit, if you got the blog free subscription. If you do want a blog, then right here is where all your posts will pull in from WordPress. Here you have to manually enter the URL to whatever featured blog post you want them to read. So just make sure to do that. These are your category titles. So here with the, they'll pull in from WordPress as well, whatever categories you have. Right. And I think that's pretty much the idea. This is what the single post would look like. This is what a blog page looks like. And then the WordPress 404 is the exact same as the regular 404. Make sure to update both of those. But yeah, that is a Soluna template. I am so excited for you to launch it, and I hope that this video made sense a little bit. If you need any extra support, go ahead and email me at support@diywebstudio.com. And other than that, make sure to hit that subscribe and like button, and I will talk to you soon.